Hello, my name is XONEVANT. Today is Friday, September the 12th, and this is your Daily Dose. So I hop on to some news sites today to check out some articles, figure out if there's something that we can talk about. And I guess we're going to talk about Destiny. That seems to be the hot topic right now. I guess certain news sites are starting to come out with their review of the game, and it's starting to set some people off, positively or negative, whichever way you want to look at it. I know GameSpot, their biggest headline today was that they gave Destiny a score of a 6. Now, I have to be honest with you guys, I haven't completed the game and I haven't played enough of the game really to give you guys even my first impressions of the overall game. I know I did a first impressions of the beta, but I can't really go that deep into it because I don't know how the storyline plays out yet. But I can tell you something right now, I don't think this game is a 6. I mean, unless the game just takes a turn for the worst in terms of the story or just something cataclysmic happens during the gameplay or something like that, to give a game like that a 6, I think is just stirring up some drama. Now, I personally haven't read any of the reviews. I haven't seen any videos about the reviews. I have went into the comments because I think that's where the truth always lies. Taking one person's opinion is never a smart thing. So I go into the comments and most of the comments are like, a 6? Really? A 6? How could you? A 6? It's at least an 8 or a 9, or it's always that kind of mentality. There are a couple of people who are saying it's a 0. It's like, who gives a game a 0? You would have to be a god awful game to get a 0. Now, another thing that seems to be going around is that the only reason why that Destiny sold so many copies on the first day, by the way, was that it was just overhyped. And I don't really understand that mentality because this game did have an alpha, it did have a beta, and now obviously we're playing the full-length version of the game, but I don't see that much difference between what I played at the beta and what I'm playing right now. If I didn't like the beta, I wouldn't have bought the game, and I think a lot of people who bought Destiny feel the same way. You see what I'm getting at, right? Like when I played Battlefield 4's beta, I wasn't happy with that, but I said, you know what? They're going to listen to feedback and they're going to put the game out and it's going to be better, and it wasn't. You see what I mean? Now, in that regard, I would say, well, hype probably sold that game because the only person who's going to go out and buy the game after they played that beta would be people who are bought into the hype. And I went out and bought it too. I had faith that they were going to come through and give me something better than what I played at the beta. But I think you'd be hard-pressed to find anybody who played Destiny's beta and was put off by bugs and glitches. I know there was probably a little bit of issues here and there, but nothing like a Battlefield beta. You see what I mean? When I played Destiny's beta, I was fully confident. Hype was not even an issue. That when I go out and spend my $60 on this game, it's gonna work. Because if the beta works, then the game should work. I think the beauty of this gaming industry is that there's so many games out there that, you just got to find the ones that you like. A lot of people are saying, oh, Borderlands is better than Destiny. Well, then don't play Destiny. Go buy Borderlands and enjoy that game. You see what I'm getting at, right? Like, I can see that these comparisons are made. I even said this back when I did my first impressions video, that this game is a blend of a lot of different games. You see, it just is. It's a lot of what you like about certain games wrapped up into one. But if it's not your cup of tea, then don't make excuses for it. Don't say, well, like if it's not your kind of game, then you can't say things like, well, the only reason why other people like it is because it's hyped. That's wrong. That's a backwards way of thinking. No, it's not overhyped. But when a developer and a publisher gives you a chance to play the alpha and the beta, and then people still go out and buy the game, they're not buying it for the hype. They're buying it because they played something and they enjoyed it and they want to play it again. So will we ever be happy, guys? Really? Think about that. Will we ever be happy as gamers? I think the answer is no. I don't think we're ever going to find a common ground on any issue that we have in the gaming industry when it comes to what actually constitutes a good game. I think it's easy to answer it. I think the only thing you have to do is say everybody has their own favorite game. That's it. You know what I mean? It doesn't have to be this one for all mentality that I guess people want it to be. You know what I mean? I remember when I worked at GameStop, I'd have people come in all the time and they would ask me they would say, hey man, what game do you recommend that I play? What's your favorite game? And I'd be like, well, I can tell you what my favorite game is, but that doesn't mean that when you buy it, you're going to go home and it's going to be your favorite game. You You see what I mean? So I would always ask them, you know, what games do you like to play? What do you like to do when you get home on your video game console? What games do you like to go through? And after they told me a couple of things, then I would give them recommendations based on what they liked. So people bought Destiny because they wanted to buy Destiny. Now, they may not be getting what they wanted after they bought it. That's okay. But you get my point. It wasn't a hype train that sold Destiny. And this mentality that it was is just, it's not right. It's not true. So anyway, guys, let me know what you think about this in the comments below and answer that question for me. Will we ever be happy as gamers? I'll see you guys in the next one.
think we're clear. You need to see this.
This array is controlled by the last war mind, Rasputin. It's connecting to defense constructs all across the system. There could be something out there to help us survive the darkness.